meeting is being recorded.
So I think, Wayne, are you the
Yeah, it looks like it.
you
All
are.
right.
Can you see the shared screen?
Anybody else coming that you know of, or do you want to get started?
I think Anne said that she was going to join, but I think we should just go forward. We have a quorum at this point, so we're
All
golden.
right, everybody, let's call the meeting to order.
Second.
All opposed? Let's do it. Any public comment? Do we have public watching? No public comment. Do we have an agenda from last time that we're going to approve, or since it's an emergency meeting, we're not going to do that?
Yes, let's see. Well, we can. We do have the minutes.
Then we'll need approval of the last meeting's agenda.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay. Board members' reports. Anybody got anything to add or
Nope.
anything going on with anybody? All right. Applications for VAD and EVAD.
Awesome. Well, that is the reason for the meeting today. So we have one application from Warren Wilson College Farm for 600 acres. This is the acres that are going to be put into a conservation easement, and Jess Lagus is here from Southern Appalachian Highlands because I don't know, we could say something about the project if you want to, but really it's in order to get some ranking points for the state grant application so that we can try to give Warren Wilson the best chance of getting funded so we can, be able to protect the farm. So being in the VAD or EVAD program boosts your ranking at the state level. And so that is what we want to do. We want to approve the Warren Wilson College VAD application. And I can show you, these are the acres proposed. You can see them kind of outlined in this, in the color. There's, I believe, 4 tracks, but Jess, go take it away. I'm just rambling. Oh, I think she's frozen. Can anybody else hear her?
I don't hear her.
I don't.
Okay,
Sorry,
Jess?
I got dropped. I'm back, I think. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Was there a question?
Oh, yes. Do you have anything you want to say on Warren Wilson? Like, you don't have to, but I just wanted to give you a chance if you wanted to say something.
Thank you. Yeah, Warren Wilson has been a top priority for SAHC for protection for decades. And we're kind of just now at this point where the stars have aligned, where the leadership at the college, the funding landscape that's available to us, and the board, we're all amenable to doing easements and doing permanent protection. They've also, we're working with them on a phase 2 to protect an additional 189 acres outside of this, these 4 easements. And so we're really excited to be working on this. And we're hearing from the state funding partners that funding is especially tight this year because of the reallocation of some funds towards Helene relief. And so we just want to be as competitive as we possibly can, because these 4 easements are competing with other farms across the state. So every little point we can get is important. And we're really grateful that this board was willing to meet on short notice to help get this project that Buncombe County's already invested in for transaction costs to get the rest of the funding picture secured.
I'm curious, how many points does it give?
5 points for VAD, I think, and 10 points for EVAD.
Okay. And which are we doing on this one? The VAD. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I think you are breaking it into 4 different tracks, right? So you have 4 different applications. So it would the 600 acres, or is it what is it?
We're not actually subdividing it. It's just 4 separate easements. So
Right.
right now their entire 1,000-acre landholding is in one pin.
Gotcha.
And this won't change that.
Yeah. But it will help 4 different grant applications is what I was
Exactly.
thinking.
4
Okay,
different grant
cool.
applications.
So that's
And 4 different grant applications for the federal funding program as well.
I'm
Any
just
other
curious, were they ever, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, any other board member questions?
Yeah, I'm just curious, were they ever in VAD? I mean, I'm supportive, of course, but I'm just curious, were they ever in VAD?
we
Or
don't
is it
have,
just something that,
yeah, we don't have them in records for being in VAD in the past.
okay, yeah, maybe they just didn't think about, I'm just curious, like, why we never reached out to them, but it doesn't matter. It's just
Yeah,
a
we
curiosity.
definitely reached out to them, so it's not that piece, but it's like what Jess said. Right now is kind of the time where all of like their leadership are kind of on board, and so I think people were hesitant in the past to restrict anything, not knowing what the future holds, and not knowing if there needs to be an expansion in a certain area of the college on that land. So yeah, it's just the right time, but it's definitely always been on our radar for sure.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I'd just like to say, I grew up right there at Warren Wilson College, right across the river from Warren Wilson, and there's just no other place like that. I mean, it's just so pristine and an area that it really needs to be protected.
I agree. Me too. I grew up on campus.
Well, if I have no other questions, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any opposed? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ariel, for this to be official, do you need each of us to actually go and say our name and say aye because we're Zoom?
Yeah, if you don't mind to do that, that would be great.
Wayne, do you want to call on each of us, please?
Yeah, Terry,
Aye.
Mark,
Aye.
I say aye. And did I lose somebody?
We got Kyle
Aye.
Okay,
and Susie.
Says aye.
Susie. Yeah, she's gone off my screen. I'm glad you said that. Okay, I see you now, Susie. All right. I think that's everybody. Motion carries, all unanimous. Any farmland preservation reports?
I do not have a report. Yeah, this is just for doing our VAT and EVA application. Yeah, hope to have a farmland preservation report one day again.
When is the plan, Ariel, for us to start meeting again?
Yeah. My hope is this summer and hopefully starting in June. I know that the EOC is open until June 3rd, I think. This week was the first week that we've had Tetra Tech support with our EWP program. So my hope is that I'll be able to start working on a bit more farmland preservation now that I won't be the sole person managing the EWP program. So yeah, all that to say, my hope is that we can start back this summer. I want you to rest assured that even though I am fully working on, recovery, I am still like trying to maintain communication with landowners, keep our contractors moving forward on projects as best I can, signing all the grant contracts and keeping up on reporting. And yeah, so we are also in the process of monitoring all our easements right now with Equinox, yeah, all of that kind of thing. So that's all still happening. It's just happening at a more reduced rate. We did get Avni's farmland preservation coordinator position has been in one of the tiers of positions that Avril has released to be to be posted soonish. So because our team is down 25% of our staff, because our admin has also left, she's allowed, and we're working heavily in recovery. That is one of the positions that's been made available. So our hope is that in the next couple of months, we'll get to post Avni's old position. And that will be huge, because then we'll be back at, full capacity for our program, and then definitely be able to start up meetings again. So really appreciate the patience of all of you guys during this process. And yeah, we're getting a lot of great work done. But we're just pivoting, being flexible, doing what's asked, and then doing it all again the next day. So
Good job, Ariel.
thanks. But yeah, that is the plan as of now. Yeah, I will say we're also trying, like Jennifer and I are in charge of the natural and cultural resource recovery at the Emergency Operations Center right now. And so we are trying to meet with partners all the time to try to, figure out solutions to small issues all through recovery with natural resources. Like one big one we're talking about at the moment is how do we get the stream banks revegetated after Army Corps waterway debris removal. So that's another big issue top of our mind for water quality. And so all good things.
Any other questions on that? Announcements and discussions. Anybody got anything? Nope. All right.
Awesome. That's all we got.
That's all we got. All right.
So thank you for the quickest board meeting ever. We really appreciate it. Jess, you have what you need. I will send you a letter if you need it to a letter to prove
Yes.
that. Okay.
That would be
Yeah.
ideal. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I get a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right. Good to see everybody, and can't wait to see you again.